Bring the moment of clarity to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
All right.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yeah, it's almost ad time again. I think I will swap to doing 3 minutes of ad every hour instead of half an hour, or fucking hell. I'll swap to 3 minutes of ads every hour instead of 1.5 minutes of ads every 30 minutes. I think I would rather a bigger interruption less often. Like, I know, again, most people that watch me, you know, are not unsubscribed viewers. You know, it's rarely an issue, but I'm always conscious of the fact that, like, on the off chance that there are people that are coming to this chat maybe to watch Slay the Princess that aren't subscribed to me or whatever again I'm playing. The breaks are annoying. That's why I stopped doing anything in the game while the break happens. If I do 3 minutes of ads every hour, that still disables the pre-rolls, and it will, yeah, we can use it as like a pee break or a breather, you know, get some water, get some whatever. Now I have the water with me, never had a pee break, but still, you know, in general. Also, depending on what I'm playing, it can be like good segmentation points. I've already said this earlier in the stream, but now I'm gonna do a little bit here just because I'm trying to think of my options. I don't know what to do.
Mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find a warning. She will. We're not going to go. Ignore him. The interior of the blade is.
So my options are: I can take the blade again. I could, if it lets me, I can try doing the fight again to finish the job. I choose the finish the job option. Based off her posture and stuff, I was suspecting that it might go into a certain one. It didn't go where I thought it was gonna go because of the path that we chose, but oh shit. I wonder what the two we're missing here is. I wonder, is that like a specific dialogue for coming here with at like as the final part? They have a lot more we can do with the nightmare too.
You take the blade.
I'm gonna take the blade and we'll see what we can do.
Good. You walk down the street. Focus on the.
And there you are.
Still your nerves.
Oh, I'm probably chained. So you.
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Slay.
Doubt, unfortunately. A moment of
Just
holy,
beats
so
you
she's
off.
unarmed. Your blade. We can still.
And now I'm gonna finish the job, I think.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath. equally exhausted.
Ooh, look at this little
You
fun.
probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
Let's go to screen.
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
That's good.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Nope.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I think we get to Hunted next, maybe voice-wise. The adversary. Maybe not.
You're on a path. You're here to...
Has this already happened?
It hasn't. Or if he doesn't remember, you know I can hear you, right? That's fine.
Nah,
it doesn't
stubborn.
matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
So, there's a specific princess I've been thinking about, and I don't know if I'm on the path for her. Again, I'll figure it out myself at some point, but just not sure.
She will lie. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Well, she can.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear? Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Cabin. Okay. Now what do we got here?
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would...
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to... What are you talking about?
Wipe mirror
You
clean.
reach forward and... But there was a mirror. And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
I don't remember this, but maybe I... Or do I? I can't...
The door to the basement
No,
cracks
maybe this is what I'm thinking
revealing
of.
a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost
Yeah, it's
threatening.
nice.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Stubborn
As
gets
much
it.
as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits
Which
about
head?
you.
Am I right?
Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
Oh, baby.
A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
I can't wolf whistle, but imagine I was.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Hot beast demon.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Hope you heard all of that, Mr. Narrator. It's a lot different than last time, but last time definitely happened. You look different. So you do remember me. I'm actually here to free you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I need to do with a few things unpack first, like we were both still alive. I'll do the narrator dialogue
What's
first.
that? Oh, that whole deja
The
vu
summer's gonna show
situation.
up
Yes,
together.
it does seem like
Yeah,
you and the princess
think so.
remember each other, so let's say for a moment that I do believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
Though I think, like, I don't know all the routes. So far, we've only had them in, like, mutually assured destruction and whatever that nightmare chapter, you know, end chapter was.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Weird how that works.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
How many
See?
flukes?
She
Yeah.
wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
3 minutes, marathon man over here. Am I right? Not say I'm not here to fight, but I think there's a few things to unpack first.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Nice.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Nice. I'm not a fine giant demon lady. Bye! Shit, I mean, let's just go for an attack. Fuck it. Let's see what happens.
Finally ready to complete your destined task.
But I
you
don't
launch
want to
off the
win.
wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess.
Because what I would like to happen is die and get a chapter 3 out of this.
Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed
crunchy.
by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me.
You're not wrong.
It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win.
Okay, but like, I want to see chapter 3.
She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
But I try out
You
maneuver.
push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact
Nice.
threatening to be the last. This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
We are a
Throwing
big
us around like a
monster
ragdoll,
too,
think
like
overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
hey?
Princess's arm shoots forward,
Ooh.
her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
The teeth are very good.
How disappointing.
She squeezes,
Oh!
pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The Eye of the Needle. Chapter 3 though.
You're on the path,
Ooh.
Immoral. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there. Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive.
Oh, we
We
did get
died
haunted.
because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin and see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason.
The
We
normal
have the same
reason.
destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
I don't know about how different this place is. Chemical these woods. Like your influence is poured down
It's
to the
evidence
world.
of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too?
We haven't changed
'Cause they're
much,
not
just more
supposed to
voices.
have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
I don't know the plan. No matter what happens next, seems like all around in the cabin, you might as well go forward. Bye! No. Let's proceed.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know, screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase.
Why are you so quiet? Go to the cabin! Go back to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Music is
We
so
have
good
even
right now.
less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it.
There's a mirror at the end of the room.
Maybe it'll go away again. For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with. And let me assure you, there's no mirror here. The only thing at the end of the room is the door to the basement. use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there. The why we pick doesn't matter. I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. If the worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
I'll take the blade
You
first.
take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you.
Alright, Mr. Gaslight.
This really is just like last time. It smells of nothing, yet it's still there.
Wipe the mirror
You reach
clean.
forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Ooh.
Why am I not surprised? It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters. Before you is what may as well be a
shit.
cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
But that wouldn't be fun. I don't want to be a monster chasing you down. I want to face you head on. I want an equal. It's so much better that way.
We need to get closer. She needs to see us to give chase.
Continue going down.
Nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember, every crack and crevice will need to be faster than her. You turn to face what lies at the end of the
damn.
tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
Is she horny?
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run. I really don't like the sound of this.
Neither
It's
do
the
I.
only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Love we can always fight when we're done. I have questions. I want to know what happened after you killed me.
We've talked plenty. I'm sick of talking. I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of you standing just out of reach and teasing me with a fight you won't let me have. You disappointed me last time, so you don't get to choose what happens next.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
Hot.
Run. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
This isn't even like a hard sell on a hear me out. This isn't even a hear me out. This is like a duh.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Oh my god, is that a proposal?
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the...
Well, we freed her. Is that not just like, oh, we're out?
You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
She fallen right into my trap.
Oh, we'll see about that. Traps aren't real. The only thing that's real is bloodshed.
She charges, fully determined to end you in a single move.
The stomping is very good.
Left, now. As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you manage to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned. We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we?
Oh, don't get too cocky.
Just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again.
I've hit a very combat-heavy route today.
She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going! We can't stop now! You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing. These blows are nothing to us.
I'm sad that those screens didn't last long enough for me to get like a nice picture of her hugging us.
But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you? Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
He's gone. Just curious. So that one was the Eye of the Needle. curious what all these other options are. I guess if you bring the skeptic here, you get a different option for this give chase.
She's gone. And there's that mirror again.
It's gonna be
It
okay.
feels so bad. That thing reeks of death. Screw the mirror. We just need...
Alright, fine. I'll see you on your side. It's gonna be okay.
I'd like to be somewhere nice. Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
Mirror time. Reflection time. You're unraveled. You've unraveled. Come on, quiet again. Go up to the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Trees and stars and people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Well, good job in interview prep, and it was a very good segment with her. We like the big princess.
This one remembers a spark lost in time, and she would stop at nothing to reclaim it. She will make for a burning heart.
Oh, ad break's going on. Whoops. Oh, wait a minute. Tell them we're waiting. I didn't even notice the ads. I get to enjoy the music at least, so I'm not complaining. Gorgeous voice. Very ethereal. Ads over? Are the ads over? They say they're over, but you never know. It does sound like the whatchamacallitums, the Milfanino. Milfanino? No, I'm not saying this right. Milfanito? In the lake area. Yeah, in the Shrine of Mana. Yeah, no, I get that completely. 1, good job in interview prep. 2, yes, Milfanito. And 3, yeah, I liked this princess a lot. It was a fun one. Do feel like you and I shared a passion for princess. I don't know what I noticed I missed a lot of later parts of the Eye of the Needle. I got the fight, and she had a good time fighting, but then there's I didn't have the skeptic, so I didn't get him. I had the hunted and the stubborn. And then there's a bunch of things like giving chase, and I'm like, where did they come from? So I don't know. We also had fun nightmare times too, in the moment of clarity.
Do not mourn her. She has finally remembered what she thought she'd lost.
The path through her that I like best ends the chapter. Ah, okay, fair enough. Ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Woohoo!
I will be here, waiting for you.
Smash. Okay. I've had a very eventful run. Yeah, shut up. I've had a very eventful run. Yeah, exactly. We've always in Smash. Like, I got Eye of the Needle, I got The Princess and the Dragon, The Moment of Clarity, and the shit that spins out of the razor. Which I doesn't seem to have a lower path. Did it? Very good. So now I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think of what option we haven't done for chapter 2. Fall to a feral captive. Hear me out, princess. I have done this princess before. Because I can only, because it was one of the ones in my original release run, and I do not remember how I got to her. Like it's Lion Girl princess, right? Yeah, the beast. How do you get to this? I know I asked for not many spoilers, but like, how? Just because I figure we're doing all this other stuff, like we've almost finished this row. May as well ask, how what options do you do for the beast? Is that a knife or not a knife entrance? Okay, well we can get to it when we get to it. Just to start off, do I bring the knife down? Next one is go down without. Okay. Okay, thanks.
Don't mention it. So she will.
Blah 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 blah.
The blade. The door to the base. Her voice
Hello? Is someone there?
is hypnotizing. Don't let it fool.
Hi, check in. Here to save you. Lie. Here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Yeah, I feel like the very first time I played it, like, I did anything in this game, I got the beast. Okay, lie, I'm here to save you.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to...
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I already feel like a dickhead! I should have done all the nice lovey-dovey routes the first time.
With the princess.
I should have saved them for
The chain
last.
around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot right.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen
So
forever.
I presume I say I'm going to kill her and go for the knife. Would that be right?
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
Because I feel like... You'd be there from talking? Okay, we'll go for talking then.
Okay.
I presume to say go backstairs or retrieve the blade without saying another word. That sounds like it would. Probably do it. Let's try it.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Okay.
She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep
Damn,
down
it's
the
already
basement
11 p.m.
stairs.
Fucking hell.
It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
It's also darker.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Also that. Yeah, let's finish
Your
this.
eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Investigate the arm, which
As
is
you
a
step
trap.
towards the
Oh,
severed
no, there
limb,
she goes.
you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs. You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead. She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place. No!
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free.
Already sounds quite catty, doesn't she?
With those parting words, the princess walks away. Her quiet footsteps eventually fade.
I thought so, but I'm gonna reload in a minute, but I just want to like
It can't just end like this.
get the memory unlocked.
Right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry.
After I saw her
But it's
dashing out, I was like, oh right, yeah, no, we fucked up. I thought in my head, I was like, oh, she leaves the arm as a
You
bait.
don't know how much time passes before the end.
Well, she did,
But
technically, so.
eventually, it comes.
What does this
The
lead
world
to?
ends, and you end with it.
Ah, that's how you get to the witch. Okay. Or another way to get to the witch. Yeah, it's closed the door.
Thank you. She has. Okay. You slowly. Where the princess. Is it just. Your
Let's
eyes. Where
finish
is she?
this. Close the door behind you.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
I did do the witch more as well to see where that goes. Wait.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
You do your best to patiently wait her out. But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in. Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
Venture into the shadows.
You step into the shadows. Too
There we
late to
go.
hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor. The ferocity overwhelms
Nice.
you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Look at you. Your wife even gave me a kiss on the cheek when I came in.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
There we go. We're gonna go beast mode.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of you're here
Oh, excuse me. Should have killed me again.
If he doesn't remember what happened,
Oh, hunts me again.
something else must have trapped us here. You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
For what's worth, I don't need any more tips from here because I don't really know what I'm going to be doing from here. But that's a good thing this time. You know what I mean?
A warning before you go any further. She will does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered.
Thank you very much. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, you know how chatters can be sometimes. They're like, people get eager and excited about games they love and want to share. I don't like, some of them do it because, like, you know, fucking ego or whatever, but some just are excited, and it's hard, like, it's hard to get mad at them about just being excited.
She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
Yeah, like, it happens. I've had it happen in other games before, I think. Just kind of like, come on, bro.
Maybe.
It's good to be excited. It's good to be passionate, but, like, let people be normal. There's such a regular watcher in this category that I recognize. Right? It is interesting. I think it's good. That's a nice way to experience Twitch. It's very different to how I experience Twitch.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
But, like, my normal way of experiencing Twitch is, like I said, I just kind of watch the same people I've watched since... I've watched Northern Lions since like 2010 or something like that. "14 years going on." And then just like his colleagues, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't go seeking out a specific game or tag. It's usually just the same couple of people I've been watching for donkey's years at this point. So I never know what the fuck's going on this website, to be blunt. As those things, I always feel I need to branch out more and try watching other people, and I'm just very lazy about it. Also, speaking of things that are old as dirt, I felt decrepit and decrowed this morning because I saw a video from OK Go on TikTok. They were toasting about something. They're talking about Here It Goes Again. I know it's been around a long time. I didn't realize it was 19 years old. I'm gonna start streaming. Not watching a stream I like, checking out how they rate. Yeah, honestly, like it's a lot like that. Wait, what are you saying 1998 for? OK Go didn't even start in 1998. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the song where they're on the treadmills. That's so funny. Both of you are very funny. Don't. She's making me feel a lot older. No, I would have been. What was I? Fucking 12 when it came out, something like that. But I'm gonna go on a bit here, or a tangent. So for one, obviously, it made me feel old. I was like, oh damn, you know, I didn't realize this song it can legally drink here and even in some parts of Canada. It's such a cool music video and it's so low budget. Like the video seems like explain like those treadmills, they couldn't even rent them. So like essentially his Damien, I think, the lead singer, maybe it was Dan, one of their brother-in-laws bought, like they made a deal to buy and then sell all 8 of the treadmills because they couldn't just rent them, which is already insane. But what I was thinking about with it, you have to just stick with me here because I might phrase it badly. OK Go's music video for Here It Goes Again being one of the best music videos of all time is proof that graphical fidelity in video games is not important, or significantly less important than style and direction. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Yeah, like art direction is more important, and that's proof of it. You could throw as much money as you want in a music video. Taylor Swift did in Bad Blood, I think. OK Go's Here We Go Again is a much better music video. 10 times better, a million times better. What, like, it's, I was saying 100 times better, which is less than a million. But like, you know what I mean? It's PS2 era games didn't need to look better. A lot of them are still fantastic because a lot of them committed more to an art style because they, you know, they had to. They couldn't just say, just make it look like it's real. And so, and for some of them, and that was a choice, and some of them just wanted to make things that looked cool. I can respect making graphics that look super realistic. Like, I can respect it, but I just find it really boring. It doesn't excite me to see it. Even like Monster Hunter Wilds, like I thought, like when we were playing the beta, I thought like amazing. It looks so impressive and good, and you know, blah blah blah. I don't really care if it looks better than World or even better than, you know, Rise or Sunbreak. It's just, is a bit tacky. I'm up pretty honest. Nowadays video is extremely memorable and unique. I'll be real. Like I like OK Go. I haven't listened to them in a while. I haven't listened to like some of the recent albums, but like I like OK Go. I like that since that music video, they've committed to making most of their music videos, you know, unique and interesting and, you know, fun. Like the one for what is it? This Too Shall Pass, which is a giant Rube Goldberg machine, which I always want to say Rube Goldberg. I think that's a really good video too. A lot of it's really good. It's like ones like that, which are one take, and just highly designed, are really interesting and really good. I just like the music. But yeah, like it is like you're clearly right. It costs the industry too much, and it costs the consumer too much because the consumer needs to then buy better, you know, equipment to play those games. Like their music group. I don't really understand what you're saying, Jenny. If I can be honest with you. You think that people don't respect them as a music group because they make interesting videos? Or you can see people thinking that? Is that, or am I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, I'm just trying to understand. And it's always a bit hard when it's me speaking and you having to type. But like, sorry, while you're typing that, like it is the whole thing. Like, as games get better looking, people need better equipment. Like, you know, if you're a console player, you need PS5 to play something modern. If you're on PC, you need better graphics cards and better processors and blah blah blah. Like, I mean, I'm here about to upgrade my PC parts. I feel thinking that. Oh, I see what you mean. Did be wrong. Because I mean, if you look at the output of music videos compared to songs, the balance is a bit skewed. But I get where you're coming from. Sorry, I need to stop pausing. Okay, I'm just trying to double check. When did I stop listening? I like how their genre, and here goes again, described as power pop, which isn't inaccurate, but it is just a funny genre. They had a lawsuit? I opened their Wikipedia page, and one of the subheadings in the history is post-lawsuit. In 2022 and early 2023, the band became involved in a legal dispute with Minnesota company Post Consumer Brands, which registered a trademark on the phrase "OK Go" for a new line of portable breakfast cereals. A lawyer for the band cited a previous collaboration between OK Go and Post as evidence that name jacking was the most likely intentional. And they settled. And the cereal company abandoned its registration of OK Go name. Fucking hate capitalism, man. Piece of shits. Sorry, I was trying to get their discography. Okay, good discography. Just trying to see how many albums they have, really. 1, 2, 3, 4. They only have 4 albums. They haven't made an album since 2014. What do you think is kind of interesting? Don't know if I listened to that one in 2014. Hungry Ghost. No, I think I did. I recognize this art. I've listened to older albums then. I like OK Go. I think they're good. I don't listen to them. There's another ad starting shit. I rambled too much. See you in a few minutes, Comet. Or a minute and a half, I guess. 2 minutes, whatever. I'll wait to continue. Yeah, Perfume made a cameo in that one, I think. They were like at the start doing kind of, or miming, doing like little checks and stuff, or acting doing little checks and stuff before the music video proper started. They weren't chairs, they were like mono wheel things. It is fun that they have a specific videography page. Yeah. If I thought I could get away with it, I would love to actually just do like a viewing party of older music videos. Because they're fun. If you're into, you know, kind of pop punky, power pop as they call it, you know, I think they're a good band. Oh yeah, I forgot White Knuckles, which is a single shot music video with 12 dancing dogs, or dancing with 12 dogs. That's a fun one. All is not lost as HTML5 enabled multi-window web application. Huh. Oh yeah, the needing getting one is cool because they have like a Chevrolet, a Chevrolet Sonic. I don't know cars that well, but it has like an arm to play instruments as it drives through a short desert track. Fantastic. We're done talking about music videos. I want to get this done because I'm getting tired. It is like almost midnight, as you can see above my horns.
The blade is your implement.
And this is the last one we do before the mount.
To do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
And approach it a bit.
Walk up to the wall next to the base. What are you talking about? You reach forward, but there was, and now it's gone. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
Oh, is it my cologne?
Feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit.
Dog.
The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
She's right there.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She's certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves,
There she is.
staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified.
Normal princess, like Peach or Daisy.
I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver
Yeah.
rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
So, one thing I'm trying to think about is, do I put a bit of effort in before I let myself die? I can see right through
There's a
you.
shift in the humid air and something enormous. Lunges from the shadows.
That was
her
cool.
More unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured.
That was very quick.
I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for
Should've
you,
moved.
no,
Yeah.
this isn't it.
That one, yeah.
You are in a dark,
What?
caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space.
Oh, I don't like
Not that
this.
the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
One, not into Vor, but two, very impressed that she was able to swallow us whole, considering how big we looked in that one scene.
You spoke when you needed to act.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch,
I
then sting,
got my
then
limits.
burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move.
War zone
Footfalls
thing.
twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid
I ain't gonna
sloshes
kink
around
shame.
you.
I'm definitely
There
gonna
will be
kink
no
like
respite for
side eye
you
a
in
bit of
sight.
War.
The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
Oh shit. Your friend's super into it. You know, teach their
Stops,
own, right?
Her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Right? Yeah, feral hungry ladies, but like in that case, you're like, I got something for you to eat. Not my whole body, but
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards. The distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Fascinating.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is
Might be a
grim?
reload in
Stop
in
her.
time.
Do something. You still have that steel claw. Tear through her before we are her. Survive. Or we could use it to make this quick for ourselves. If she needs us in order to leave, we could at least deny her that.
I might do that.
That is a bad thing to do.
Explore or dig with a steel claw? I don't keep calling it steel claw. Can you talk to the
I
cabin?
understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
Your body is
Oh,
violently
shit.
jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this. We are drowning in death. There's no more space for words.
Screw you.
In an act of spiteful defiance, you pull your weapon to your throat, your shaking, ulcerous hand clenched tight around its hilt. And then you draw it across your bubbling veins. Your blood flows out, filling the tiny space inside the princess. You start to fade. A waste of a good life. It's better than giving in to her. But in the end, the opinions of stray voices mean little in the grand scheme of things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Woohoo. The wild. Okay. I kind of got the flow that, like, if you die in a scene, you go to a chapter 3, so I wanted to do that.
We are a path in the woods.
Ooh!
We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
Oh, so because we died inside of her, we're now joined with her.
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to
That's
reach.
so cool.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It
Make you
wasn't even
cry.
supposed to reach
Oh,
2.
shit.
If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our
Love how these are
facts
drawn.
straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? We're part of her because she consumed us. Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one.
Oh, shit.
But you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
It shouldn't count as her eating us if we offed ourselves.
Well, we were inside her, dude.
We're still here, though. And if we're safe, isn't that better? I guess this is fine. Doesn't feel half bad. Miles better than being dissolved, anyway. She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
Yeah, because we're meant to be one being, and then the narrator dude is like, "Meh, I don't want to die. Or I don't want people to be able to die." This wasn't too, dickhead. Can't wait to shatter your mirror. This ain't much that. What is he? What should I not do anything right now? This is fine. I like being like this. This is very, like, experience in our godhood kind of thing.
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you. That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
You can make a lot of good statements when you know, like, some of the stuff already.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together. She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
Right? It's like, it's so good. Like, I just... How the fuck do you write this? They gotta have, like, double the size brain of a normal person, but condensed into a normal sized head. I like being like this.
You can't just passively exist forever. Not with her. That isn't how it works. The princess ate you last time. Stop passively vibing with a literal predator and remember that you're enemies. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing how they did it so quickly.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Mm-hmm. No, I very much remember following the dev cycle once they actually had stuff public, and I've been very excited for it.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty?
I love the
We've
parallax.
been closed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
The fear was intense.
I can feel a thumping. A heartbeat. Like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Hold yourself together. We're no strangers to effort. We can push this back down. Something might do us in eventually, but I'll be damned if that something is a thought.
I'll try burying
No,
it.
you can't bury that feeling. You can't hide from your past.
The past doesn't have to exist. Our freedom is within us. We just have to find it.
Find your freedom. Embrace your
You
transformation.
fall inward into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
We can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere. We just need to test the boundaries. You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same. What is he going on about? What does he know about us?
I think both are good interpretations. I can see either. I would need to do more of it and explore more of the options of the dialogues. But I can see either of those being like good interpretations.
He can't make us quit, no matter how much he tries. He knows that talking's all he can do. Of course he's gonna try and confuse us. You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
The space you need to be, you just need to find it.
Stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow, as you strain beyond your limits. The ground
he's
around
such
you
a
becomes
fucker.
dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you. This place will fall apart before you find its end. This task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible. All he has are words, and words aren't real. We're real. All the more reason to keep trying. Come on, we aren't tired yet.
I can hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
I trust you. Find a way out.
You won't find anything. If I have to starve you, if I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
Oh. But you do find something. It's cold and smooth and gently buckles, then cracks under the pressure of your consciousness flattened against
Don't
it.
move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this right now.
Yeah. It's truly fucking beautiful.
I think it's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it and free us all.
Shatter the cage.
No, stop!
Oh, it's like we got to the end early, in a sense. Please disappear at a sound to breaking glass. For a moment, you and she gaze through the tiniest hole in the world at the place you need to be.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
It's beautiful. We need to be there. We won't be safe until we are. We won't be whole. This was all of us, fighting as one.
And then it's gone.
Where did it go? Why is everything
Oh,
so
okay.
cold?
No, we still have to go through this. That's fine with me. But fucking hell, that was gorgeous. You turn to see her gone behind you, memory
She's
things.
gone. And there's that.
I wonder how did she get sublimated? Hands couldn't grab her. But that's so cool. Like, again, it's another moment of them together, approaching their godhood, like forcing their way to it.
But if it was so bad, like the thing reeks of death. Screw the mirror.
We've been here with the Hunted and the Southern before. I just realized.
Okay, I'd like to. Maybe there'll be a good fight.
I think that's the last one as well. There's nothing at all. And there is a narrator. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it, a figure faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you
I think
me?
you know what I am.
Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image and the glass in two. Okay. Do I have any questions I didn't ask last time? As the oldest, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
Are you something like me?
I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
I do love this system of like you only get so many limited questions before he just is done.
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Everything like special.
Yes, you are special, unique even, and you still have a task that you need to do, and only you can do it.
Here, pardon me. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
It does come down to like, I just have a philosophical like disagreement or impasse with the narrator. We discussed this on Wednesday, but like, death needs to exist. Like, the universe will just stagnate if not for progress and death and rebirth.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change.
See, that's the line.
She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you.
It also explains why she does change what she's like as we go through it.
Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
Oh, there, this is a good question. You feel me destroy the concept. Oh no, an ad's about to start. How like this in any? I get this and then done, and then we can have the ad probably. From death. Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Nobody wants to die, but like, they gotta. You're delusional, is what I'm gonna say. After the ad. God, there's so many good questions. I have like 2 questions left, I think. Or 1, I forget. We'll ask it after the break is done. Sorry, someone was looking for me there. Give that a moment to go through. $50. Sorry, I'm also just quite tired at this point. I did not expect to have a 5.5-hour stream. Gonna be about 6 by the time we end, probably. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I haven't streamed much this year in general, so it's like I had the energy for it, I guess. So, anyway, that's over. What would like to live in a world without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just
That
life
he's fucking
forever.
delusional.
There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Would I be alone? You're delusional. I say you're delusional, but that
I'm
die.
only delusional if I'm wrong. And I'm not wrong. I can't be wrong.
Yeah, see, I can't be wrong. Like, there's doubt in there. Watch him end.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Far from the glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. There is right, you are the long quiet, a vast and nascent God. It's high time for you to wake up. All of this is you. I brought the networked wild to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Doesn't need to be said. We all know. We all know.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and patiently waits for you to continue. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
I am the long quiet. I'm not. I'm the force of stasis? How would you say it? Stagnation?
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Okay, so, listen. I agree with her. We should leave this place and let the cycle of samsara continue. But I want to see what awaits me in the heart. So I'm going to have to do the fight. I apologize. I don't like it. My story is left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Why the fall on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Farrell, if I tried or answer out, good. If you were always going to become this, what was the point?
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Okay.
A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to.
Oh, it's two hands holding. I think. That's how I'm looking at it anyway.
Where did you end and I begin? When you felt what it was to be me, we held on to each other and pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality?
I think appealing to your shared humanity is what gets you to the thing.
is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
Crush you. I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back. You run, but you do not run away. You take me somewhere new, somewhere we can dance like we used to. But I could not follow your steps. There was no better gift for me than the gift of defeat. You showed me how much more I could be. We made each other better. To have no challenges to fade into nothing.
Right?
A life without obstacles is no life at all.
I feel it was bad for her. I remember the moment of my victory. As soon as you entered my domain, I destroyed. Why is that an option? Why does it look so evil? Well, I gotta look at it.
You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front of you.
What happened? What did I do? That's different. No, it's not. It's a nightmare.
Few things more terrifying than one's own heart. And there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another.
Not just yet. I will when we're done. Or when we get to a point.
But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Humanity.
Into your emotion, pain is suffering. There is beauty and ugliness, and love and conflict. That cold fire has left your eyes. Are you finally willing to listen? If once was one, then was two, and then was one again. You gave me shelter when you burned mine down, and then you struck another match. I pulled you from the ruins, and then we built a life. What once was one, then was one again. The peace didn't last. The worm in your heart came for us. It took you from me, but you took me with you. And together we both left. What once was one, then was two, and also one again. You and I are bound together. To rid yourself of me would be to leave yourself forever incomplete.
There can be the conflict and beauty knowness between us without bringing the whole reality into the picture.
We are the whole of reality.
She is right.
Blades cut you for boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts are not
Knife wife.
all at once. You learn to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
I did rise far above you, and I am far above you still. I will destroy you now as I destroyed you then. Listen. I'm on a save point here. Oh, I don't want to click it. Ah, my mouse is. Ah. Okay, like the first thing I need to see is if I continue shared humanity.
There is only room for one of us to be blind to, and
are we not divine?
Hush your new face. The princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Please believe in things you believe in when you are able to
It is
evolve.
from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go. What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
There we go. Which here are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
You know how good to hear you.
It's good to be here. Seems like you've been doing all right on your own, but she's too many things at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get past all that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume.
She's relentless, isn't she?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
See, now I thought that her heart would be the razor. Well, we fought the razor, so I'm curious who the heart will be.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
I'd like that for all time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
I ain't taking the blade. Enter the basement.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
So which princess is this then?
And there you are.
Just a mean princess?
Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different.
Okay, so it's like it's the pre-razor, like the chapter 1 princess.
Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Sit with her. It's good to finally see you again. I'm sorry for times I hurt you.
The first time we met, I stabbed you to death. Sure, you stabbed me first, but who cares? We both took things a little far.
You know, when she puts it like that...
Can't believe you slayed a princess. I know, right? It's good to finally see you again.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back.
Or you just, I don't think I want to be a god.
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit. Just like this cabin.
Which prince are you? Or you look like you did the first time we met. Is this the real you?
I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real. But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that.
Can you finally tell me your name?
I never had one. And do not call me the Shifting Mound. It's too much. But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, hero works for me.
Aww.
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
Cute. Not very fair for either of us.
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you.
Waiting for her.
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her. But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist? I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you. And I don't want to be her, if that's what you're asking. I think I just want to be me.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
See music right there.
I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like, she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either.
What if we just leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
I don't know. I've always wanted to leave with you. I just don't like being a god. I want to walk through that cabin door as we are, just you and me. I don't know why. Not knowing what it means is why I want it. Know everything out there, but we don't know this. I want to know this. What matters is we're leaving together. That's all I want.
You know what? Yeah, I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Oh, hero! Are you gonna be okay alone? Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
You lead, and the princess follows, and together you leave the basin behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You see a tension seize her. She's unsure of herself for the first time in a long time, or long short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside. You follow her confident steps.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there.
I'm also actually in particular.
Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen.
Is there an ad about a play?
And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
I love you.
I love
love you too.
But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. But maybe get all emotional.
I like this princess. I was hoping for a more like bombastic princess this time, but I'm very happy with that. I clearly have got that ending before because I didn't get an achievement for that. Okay. Quick save at the end there. Then we're gonna hit load. I think it is this one. Back into the thick of it.
Death is a fantasy. Only those who lack perspective see it as anything other than transformation. You cannot destroy me.
Attached between the two of you a base. The princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. Open your eye.
I don't like doing a Slater Princess, but I haven't got any Slater Princess endings yet, so I need to see what it's like.
Then destroy me if you're able. But I will not coddle you in my final moments. I will not yield to your delusion without a vicious struggle.
You don't have to face her alone.
Right.
It's good to be here. Seems like you've been doing all right on your own, but I don't think you can strike. There's still a piece of me nestled.
It's time to resume.
She's relentless, isn't
There it is. I think I can do this out here on my
she?
own.
Can't. And lucky for you, I'm not going to let you try.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you don't get you can't slay the princess on the outside. You have to come into the interior world.
And here we are.
It's just us. I think.
Yeah. There's
So I don't like doing this, but I'm just
And
going
then
to.
you'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
No.
So this is
So-
it then. Let's see this through.
So, that's how it is.
I don't like this.
Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. The tear was rough. You carried part of what should be her, and she carried part of what should be you. Things won't be now as they were then, but they aren't nothing either.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
Small perverts with me.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Leave the cabin. Leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. Then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labour, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning the cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite size and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your doom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You're free, and before you lies an endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality. One forged by your will and by a long, arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? And all of us are still here.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be
No,
a
Don.
winner is grit and determination.
We really did win, didn't we?
I don't think this is a win.
We're the house now. We get to make the rules. This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
The whispering and the coercion and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself.
Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now.
I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable.
Mood.
Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it.
Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better.
Hear, hear, to our vanquished foe.
It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah?
Yeah, we can do that.
So Comet, you're saying about the red text that the special text you get for the different beans. Yeah, that ending is insanely hollow. It's the long quiet, Al. That's what it's gonna be like. Few more endings. There's one mirror I haven't gotten. Oh really? Okay, interesting. And you have 2 more for the opening chapter. If you acquire and speak 5 of them at the end, you unlock something new. Okay. I'll give you a bigger hint about missing. Yes, please do, because I'm unsure. Damn both of you to an incomplete existence. 7 chapter trees left. Okay, intro. Okay. I'll probably look some of these up now. Jeez, I got fucking nothing in the adversary. Like, I also have a lot to do in a lot of these other routes, like to complete the gallery, which I would like to do. Might do that on my own time though. I do have one left for the stranger. My toll endings. I mean, I guess technically 4 now, right? I got the leave with her into the, and you know, resume the cycle. I just got the void one. I got the go into the cabin and leave with her as a normal woman or normal princess. And I got one with the stranger as well. And I was kind of under the impression, because I got the stranger one first, I was like, oh, maybe every time you get to that point, you re-meet the princess you met in your first run around. What's going on with? Yeah, I presume there's specific conditions to determine which princess you're meeting. Oh, so it's just 3 of them. Okay, so, right, that makes sense. So, yeah, because in chapter 1, I ended up going to the razor, I brought down a knife, met the princess, the hard princess. That, okay, I get it. So again, the soft princess into internals. That's not how I should have phrased that. Won't be difficult. Okay. Fascinating. Flames! I forgot about the flame princess. Oh, that's after the specter. I remember. Yeah. Listen. There are other ways to die in nature than to let us follow you home. I guess that's a different one for the beast. Okay. I'm gonna look up some of these later. I'm fucking knackered now, I'll be honest with you. I am a tired man. But that was a fantastic time. We got so many endings. We got so many new princesses met and seen, and I just, oh my god, it's such a good game. But like almost, and I listen, I like games as an art form. It's almost one of those things where I'm like, man, you know, like you almost just want to say like, it's just such a good piece of media, because like, I almost want to limit and say like, it's not just a good game, it's good media and all, you know, if all media is in the same like boat. Piece of art, thank you. That's how I should be saying it. Now, yeah, very monster heavy today, which I was very happy about. And it's hilarious to me that I didn't even get that many more achievements today. I'm only at 49 now. I'm at 37%. Now, a lot of them are going to be based off of I'm sure, you know, the princess, like a lot of them are going to be bring XYZ princess to, or yeah, princess to the heart or to the shifting mound. And then, like, you know, some other bits pieces. Knife Wife is still up there. I'll be honest with you, Nightmare Wife is like not what's the one after Nightmare? Turbo Nightmare, Eldritch Horror Wife is pretty high up there too now. But I just love the voice and the personality on Knife Wife. Moment of clarity, thank you. Yeah. Or as I called her, Eldritch Wife. So many hands. They're all good. I also, and like, obviously the Spectre's great just because, like, great voice and calling you killer. It's kind of saucy. Demon Wife, obviously very good too. And Bigger Demon Wife is also very good. You got a Giant Wife. We like Giant Wife people. We do. Like the Giant God Wife. There's a lot of good wives. Jenny, have you ever known me to name anything correctly or to just invent my own bespoke way of calling them? The adversary. Adversary is a giant demon wife, right? Like the Eye of the Needle. Or the one after Eye of the Needle. Whatever. Yeah, chapter 2 of Demon Wife. Okay, yeah. Listen, if I can keep making you laugh with it, I'm not going to complain. Yeah, exactly. I still think I'm still despite myself. I think I'm still a knife wife guy. Um, you know what you know that Simpsons bit. It's like oh, hang on, I get the actual text. It's like, oh yeah, I thought someone with two knives would be happy. No, you're thinking of someone with two knives. Did you consider if you just combined the two? Right? You know, like definitely a dangerous wife to have, but like the voice, the personality, oh, that personality. She was just passion, pure passion. And like it was the dance between the two of them, they just kind of went to their primordial dance. It's extremely good and like very meaningful. Listen, I've snoozed the ads all I can. There's gonna be another one stopping soon. The adversary is also pure passion. They're very similar in that way. I mean, ads start in about a minute. I'm probably gonna do one more stream of this at some point next week. Just to try and get some of the last chapter 3s that I missed. But for now, I'm going to end it here because I am so sleepy and like, I didn't mean ad anyway, and I just rather stop. Thank you all for joining me so much. Comment, thank you for hanging out as well and helping me with some of the bits and pieces there. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Don't know if I'm going to stream over the weekend or if I won't wait till next week, but play it by ear. Song of Full. Love you all. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will talk to you when I talk to you next. Bye-bye.